Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2012 version of My 2 Cents. This is Tony. I'm going to be the one to talk to you for the next 4-5 minutes, try to give you some insight because the season is upon us. We're looking really good. Schedule's in our favor. People are picking us to do some great things. We're picked to win the Big East. And guess what? For the first time since the first week of 2000, and I want to say 8, we're back in the top 25. So big kudos to Charlie Strong and all the coaches out there. The players have really gone well, and what I want to do for you right now is try to give you a little bit of insight into what you might expect when you start seeing them play. Okay, where you want to go? Offense, defense first. Let's start with the offense since the defense is a strong point of the team. Let's start with the offense. First of all, I can't even talk offense without going to talk about TB, Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater stepped forward last year when Stein got hurt, and he stepped in and did a marvelous job. He's got a lot of skills going on for him. There's a lot of hype around him. I understand that. But here's the thing. We have a real comfort zone when it comes to quarterback this year. People don't realize it, but we do. Why? Because Will Stein has always been there all along, and Will Stein is a quality quarterback. The problem is, and it's not a real problem, it's just that it's a mental thing, the guy is short. He's short. He's like 5'10", $180, something like that. So he's used to being the kind of I don't know how to say it. He's a little guy. I mean, but hey, little guys work. Fran Tarkenton was a little guy. Drew Brees is a little guy, you know. So these guys can work. Michael Vick is a little guy if you really want to go out there on the edge with it. But hey, I'm looking at Will Stein being the ace in the hole for the quarterbacks this year. The reason I call him the ace in the hole is because they're going to put Teddy out there first. Teddy's a quality athlete. He's a 5-star guy. He's going to do a lot of great things for it. But if we have a bad situation where Teddy's not producing, or Teddy gets hurt, or Teddy's out of the game, Will can step in there. Because the one thing that people forgot about Will came from Trinity. Will came from Trinity, and he won a few championships when he got there, so he knew about winning before the rest of them did. So now it looks like we're on the edge of doing something great, and I think he's the ace in the hole when it comes to quarterback. Will Stein, I'm not going to say Teddy's a great quarterback. Teddy can do some great things. He's soaking up information like a sponge. Every time I talk to him and see him, he knows more than the last time I saw him. He's going to be great. He's going to be big time for this program. Watch and see what happens. Well, like I said, the third quarterback is going to be a freshman. He's a big old guy. Y'all probably saw him in the spring. Well, I didn't see him in the spring, but when they were practicing back in August. His name is Jerry Arlinghouse, I think it is. I'm not good at names yet, but I'll get there as time goes on. Jerry's pretty good at it. He's a big kid. He's bigger than Teddy. He's bigger than Will. He's just a freshman. So expect him to do a few things and see some action late games, but we're looking for some big things, and I'm thinking that's going to cover the big point, quarterback. Now, here's my main concern. Here's always been my concern. If you got my 2 cents from last year, I always felt like the running game had to work to generate something for everything else. This year, we ain't sneaking up on nobody. Dominic Brown came out of nowhere, went from being a quarterback to a running back, and bam, he was blowing up big yards. He became our feature back, and we started doing some great things. Now, he's in the backfield. He's in the mix with Jeremy Wright. Jeremy Wright's holding about 5'11", about 205. He's going to be pretty big, pretty strong in there. Dominic's holding 6'2" and 2 1/4 maybe, 225 rather. And I'm thinking that those two guys are pretty big. But my man, I touted him last year, and I think he's going to be big this year. Seigneurice Perry. Seigneurice Perry, 6 foot, about 200. He's a junior. All the running backs are junior except for Corbin Lamb. Corbin Lamb's a freshman, but he's going to get some time. Running back by committee is the way we go nowadays because you put one guy out there and you bam 30 carries off of him, he gets beat up, he don't play no more. But if you put 3 guys, 4 guys out there, get them 7 to 10 carries apiece, we got some great things going. And I do think that if we can get this good rotation of running backs in there, the only thing scares me and I've been talking about it for a couple of years, is that I do not see fullback. I do not see fullback coaches. And when you get a fullback, you're going to extend the life of your running back. But if you make that guy have to run these zone plays where he is just the one back in the backfield, and then he's got to try to pick a hole that your line has to create for him, it's not always going to be a good thing, guys. And I feel that's going to be one of the drawbacks. But if you're going to go with a fullback, you'll have to knock out one of these wide receivers, because we use a 3 wide receiver set these days. Our 3 wide receivers, hey, expect big things from them, because we starting Scott Radcliffe, Senior, Michael Lee Harris. I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking. I thought he got hurt. I'm not certain. Eli Rogers, I thought he was banged up too. But Vontae Parker, Andrell Smith, we got some big time guys out there, man. They're going to make some big plays. Wide receiver is one area that we are really deep in. And if they didn't get the McNeil kid, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, you know, he came from Clemson to Louisville, and Louisville must have been too hard for dog because he just booked on them. So that's okay. Not a problem. Not a problem. You want to get on this train when it's going slow, because when it goes fast, Bubba, it ain't going to stop. Yeah. Now, when you do 3 wideouts, got your running back set, your quarterback set, tight end. Tight end's going to be pretty strong for us, guys. And the reason I say that is they big as houses. Nate Noyd, senior, 6'5", 250. Chris White, 6'4", 245, junior. Ryan Hubble, 6'5", deuce and a quarter, sophomore. So we stocking up at the quality positions, y'all. So you know what? Really stop and think about it right now, just skill set players. We got a chance to be good this year, really good this year, but next year, God have mercy, next year going to be killer. But that's okay, but I'm going to go on with this year, because this is the one we're talking about right now. Our line, all right. I'm looking at Mario holding it down in the middle at center for 300-pounder, 6'4". Mario's got lots of experiences. He's been there for quite a while. He can bring these guys along. Alex Cupper, offensive tackle, 6'3", 296. He can help hold it down. There's going to be three sophomores in there. 3 sophomores, Jake Smith, John Miller, Jamon Brown. I hope I got his name right. But all 3 of them, 6'2", 6'4", 6'6", 315, 313, 340. We're going to move some people out the way this year, y'all. So I expect when you go to that zone blocking, if these big 300-pounders start putting some meat on people, they're going to move them out of the way, and the runner's going to be able to do some things. I'm still going to hold out for it, though. You put that fullback in there behind them big-ass linemen, bam, 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 you're going right up the field, man. But y'all run y'all game, y'all do y'all thing. I appreciate it. Offense is going to look pretty good. Now, let's go to the other side of the ball. The other side of the ball, defense. Defense, guys, let me give you something. I see a lot of good things happening with the defense, and I'm going to tell you why. They're big as a son of a bitch. They're big as a son of a bitch, guys. We have finally got there. We have got there. And when I say we got there, we got D1 size players on defense. D1 size players. Let me read you a few of these guys. Marcus Smith, 6'3", 256. His backup, B.J. Butler, 6'2", 275. Both of them guys are juniors playing D-end, defensive end. That's going to hold one end down. And if that don't work, we go to the other side with it. Brian DuBose, 6'5", 238. DeAndre Mount, 6'5", 245. Lorenzo Marlin, 6'4", 240. These are big-ass guys holding down the end of your line, guys. If they can get some penetration, get across and do containment, when I say get across and do containment, I mean go straight ahead and get right outside the tackle so then the runner can't go wide. When they're out there, they make them stay within tackle to tackle, limits their ability to run the ball. If those 2 big old guys can get out there, you can make something happen. We're going to get some push out of Brandon Dunn, playing nose tackle, 6'3", 285. Jermaine Brown, 6'4", 330. Yeah, defensive tackle, Rory Filon. I think that's his name. I'll kill his name. He'll probably kill me if he ever see me. Filon, 6'3", 290. Jermaine Brooks, 6'4", 330. Hunter Stout, 6'4", 285. And that's just the line, y'all. We talking big time players. We were playing when Coach Strong first got there with 250-pound linemen. Yeah, we done put 50 more pounds on some of these guys and they get ready to bust up some people. And then we get to the real group. What can Brown do for you? Get used to hearing that, y'all. What can Brown do for you? Why do I say that? Because all three linebackers are named Brown this year. Keith Brown, Daniel Brown, Preston Brown, they all gonna be there making it happen. Making it happen. Keith Brown, freshman, 6'1", 229. Daniel Brown, senior, 6'1", 234. Preston Brown, junior, 6 foot, 257. And then you got some backups like James Burgess, 6 foot, 210. Hey, been a while. Nick Dawson, 6'3", 250. These are some pretty big old guys, man. But what I'm getting at is quick to the ball, hit when you get there, make some big things happen. That's going to be the front seven for us this year. And I'm going to tell you, I have to say this. Cornerbacks, secondary, seniors, safeties. Got a lot of experience back there, y'all. Got a lot of experience. Adrian Bushell, senior. Andrew Johnson, Titus Teague, Hakeem Smith, Calvin Pryor. Guys, we got a gob of talent. A gob, 6 foot, 6'2", 6'1". These are all safeties. Safeties, the last line defense. The corners ain't so big. The corners ain't so big. Andrew Johnson's about 5'9", $187, but that's all right. If he can ball, he can ball. Bushell, 6'5", 11, 184. It can work for me. Smith, $180, 6'1", Calvin Pryor, 6'2", 210. They all got speed, y'all. They all got experience. The only thing, and they are the ones that I worry about the most. They are the ones that I'm going to worry about the most. And the reason is clear. Bushell's a senior. Hakeem's a junior. Titus Teague is a junior. After that, falls off the table, guys. Freshmen, sophomores, all the way through. So we're going to have to get that front seven, banging the ball up near the front, and make it easy on this secondary to make plays. If the secondary can make plays, we're going to have some great times this year. Now, I don't know about the kicker. Our kicker this year, Andrew Fletcher, I don't know nothing about him. I saw him kick in practice. He makes something, I don't know, about 35, 40 yards maybe, you know. So I really think if we got to kick a 35, 40 yard field goal, we're going to get a touchdown out of this because I feel that strong about him this year. Now, punter, I don't know who's going to punt the ball. I don't see one listed on the roster, so I got to think they ain't going to punt. They going to score and score and score and score. Kick returner, the punt's going to be Scott Radcliffe. Dude, senior, got a lot of skill set, gonna make it happen. My man, Senior Reese, is back there on the kick return. So kick it off, 6 foot, 198 guy, blazing speed, he's gonna run it back. I think we're gonna have a great time this year. If I was gonna give you a prediction, I feel real comfortable in thinking that Louisville should win no less than 8 games. No less than 8 wins this year. A lot of people are picking more. A lot of people are picking maybe 9 to 10. I would love to see 9 to 10. We hear a lot of that noise about ACC, Big 12. We need to move. We don't need to go nowhere, y'all. We don't need to go nowhere. And I'm going to tell you why we don't need to go nowhere. We don't need to leave the Big East because we are a staple in this market. Right now, Louisville's about to become the best team in the league, and we should go ahead and hold it down. If history serves us right, we'll be like Boise State. We'll be like BYU. We'll be a team that can come up and score and dominate their league and get national prominence. That's what we're after, guys. Now, the BCS, we still got the automatic qualifier right now, so we ought to hold it down. What we got to do is we got to beat the hell out of people this year so then they won't take the AQ from us. But the only thing I can see causing that to be problems is everybody seeming to think that these other leagues is going to be necessary. ACC, really? You know, SEC's the only one that scares me. SEC, because the SEC always packs 6 or 7 top 10 teams, and you know USC is pretty strong this year. But LSU, Alabama, just where they always are. Just what they always are. How you like my hat? I love this hat, man. It's a knit hat. Got the L, Louisville on it. We're going to work this. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. We're going to do some big old things. This has been Tony. This has been my 2 cents. I look forward to hearing from you. You want prediction for the football game. Okay, first game prediction. I suspect it might rain some on the back end of the hurricane. So I think passing is going to be moderate, not exceptional. I think the running games are going to flourish, and I really think we're going to suffocate their offense. I'm going to go out on a limb and say 27-6 Louisville. 27-6 Louisville. Write it down. Let's see what happens. This has been Tony Young, and that's my 2 cents.